Hi guys, Darth Maitland here, and due to some request, I've decided to bring back verses. Now, due to this video being requested quite a lot, I have decided to go with Anakin Skywalker against Mace Windu. Now, I haven't done these for a long time, so I'm a bit rusty, and I decided to do unscripted, so you need to excuse me. I haven't done one of these for over a month, I think. So yeah. Anyway, let's go in. So Anakin Skywalker is the chosen one. He has a midichlorian count higher than Yoda and higher than Darth Sidious Palpatine. He originally was meant to be Qui-Gon Jinn, or Qui-Gon Jinn wanted him to be his apprentice, but due to his untimely death at the hands of Darth Maul, the mantle of his training was passed over to his apprentice, who now for slaying a Sith Lord became Jedi Knight in Obi-Wan Kenobi. So, due to this, not him having more of a brother figure than a father figure, he fell due to temptation, due to events that already happened. He fell to temptation and he was converted over to the dark side, and the Galactic Civil War would ensue, helping the monk slay countless Jedi during the Jedi Purge. He raided the Jedi Temple and killed younglings, or one of those younglings definitely deserved it. Not saying child slaughter is good, but just, watch Revenge of the Sith and you'll understand. So, he is incredibly gifted with lightsaber combat, having mastered Form 5 to Gem So. He is incredibly gifted and talented. He's overwhelmed countless opponents. General Grievous, Asajj Ventress, he fought them on a regular basis. He also managed to beat Count Dooku due to his Gem So, counteracting his Makashi. He also fought Obi-Wan Kenobi on Mustafar, but the only reason he lost was due to the fact that the Obi-Wan had the high ground. Yeah, that's memes getting old, but that's why. So he has been able to contend with the best of the best. So he's no pushover, and that definitely will happen, as these two opponents are definitely going to fight it out using their lightsabers, but he's no pushover when it comes to the Force. Pun intended, by the way, because you can push people over telekinetically with the Force. Okay, moving on. So with his Force, he has amazing telekinetic abilities. He can easily push, pull, crush any objects. He can choke you. He can sense stuff. And yeah, he has tons of abilities. The only time is that he can get a bit overconfident, and because he can sort of fall to temptation, and if he's stressed, he can just lose it. And he fell to temptation in Revenge of the Sith, so that is partly. He's also in perfect physical condition. He's in prime physical condition. He's just as strong, agile, and he can augment himself physically with the Force. So now he can jump further, run faster. He can swing his lightsaber harder. He can endure much more pain, and he does have a robotic arm, which does lend some matter of durability, basically non-existent. But I thought I'd bring that up, and also he's stronger with that arm. So yeah, that's mostly all I have to say about it. However, he does have some weaknesses, and he can become in a blind rage and not think clearly, and then if you can keep your cool like Obi-Wan Kenobi did, you can find that as an easy way to take him out. And that, I think, is his main weakness. It's nothing to do with combative, it's his mental state. He can lose it, and that is his greatest weakness. Then Mace Windu. Mace Windu has his signature purple lightsaber and is played by Samuel L. Jackson. They're the two things you remember him for. But he also, with Sora Bulk, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I think I've got it right. He made up a variation of Form 7 of the seventh form of lightsaber combat, Juyo, and he turned it into his own thing, Vapard, because Juyo made you normally fall to the dark side. Now what he uses this to do is, on top of his exceptional lightsaber skill, he can outwit and he can contend with the best. There's a lot of debate whether he's the best, and a lot of people are saying Yoda's better and Palpatine's better or Mace Windu's better. I think they're all on even ground. It's kind of, there's no way to determine it, but he's beaten Palpatine, as George Lucas even said that he didn't throw the fight. So yeah, definitely great. But what it does is, if if he's fighting a dark side opponent, he can actually use their dark side. He can use it against themselves. So he fights better against dark side opponents than he does light side opponents. So he'd be better fighting against a Sith than a Jedi if they were of equal skill. So that is definitely good. Same, his physicality is great. He's a bit older than Anakin, so he can tire a little bit easier than Anakin because he's past his physical prime, shall we say. Again, he has this thing called Shatterpoint. Let's him see the balance between things and let him find out the weakness. So that can come in handy, as well as the fact that he would know to try and tempt Anakin over to the dark side, which would be very, very useful. Now, another reason his Force abilities are exceptional, and I know it's not canon anymore, but his Force segmentation is amazing. In one of the Star Wars micro series episodes, he punches super battle droids apart and rips them apart with his bare hands, and he jumps a couple of 100 meters into the air. So definitely an awesome accomplishment. And with his Force abilities, he's amazing with the standard telekinesis. He's good with Tutamentis, as he can use his lightsaber to deflect Sidious's lightning, and he couldn't do it easily, but surely he can withstand Anakin's lightsaber camp. So anyway, let's dive into the verdict. Now, I am giving them knowledge of each other. So, who do I think would win? Now, if it turns off who's got better at lightsaber combat, they will just fight and fight and fight. Now, this is Anakin from Revenge of the Sith and Mace Windu from Revenge of the Sith. Now, Anakin, what I like to do about this is that Anakin has like the mindset that he was having in Revenge of the Sith. So, he could potentially use psychological warfare to just tip him over that edge. Then Mace Windu can use that to his advantage. Arguably, Anakin would get even more powerful because he's just gone in this rage. But then Mace Windu can use that, using his Vapard to become more powerful himself, and also using Shatterpoint, he can find out a weakness, and that would allow him to try and manipulate Anakin's emotions and try and find a perfect way to just cut him down. Anakin will become cocky. Mace Windu senses have become overclouded, as he couldn't sense when Anakin was going to chop off his arm because he was just so rushed. But that can happen, and I don't want to leave that out. But I think Mace Windu will go into this quite confident, but he shouldn't underestimate Anakin. But Anakin, of course, is no pushover. He's going to throw everything at it. And this is a very mixed fight, I think. Some people are saying Anakin will fight to the death, and he could win. It's more of a 50-50, maybe slightly in someone's favour. Then there are some people who are solely saying Mace Windu would just go in and mop the floor. I don't think it's either of those, but I definitely think Anakin could put up a hell of a fight. They would be throwing stuff at each other, but if you have two people with equally skilled with the Force, arguably Mace might be better due to practice, but with raw talent, Anakin is better. But what would happen is they would just cancel each other out. They'd go straight to their lightsabers. It would look worse than the Mustafar fight. But eventually, I'd say Mace Windu would find a way to win. Now, this is more of a 6 or 7 out of 10 chance. But anyway, I give Mace Windu the victory. Yes. Anyway, thanks. Anyway, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, notify, share, all that stuff. Tell us who you think would win. And anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Darth Maitland, out.